Hello, I'm Amy Summers Kopp with Remax Acclaim Properties, and this is Emily Pike with New Hope for Families. She's the executive director for New Hope. So, Emily, tell us about New Hope. How long has it been around? What do you guys do?
Yeah, New Hope's been around for about 12 years, and we exist to serve families impacted by homelessness. So, in a lot of the country, when a family becomes homeless, there's a shelter for men and there's a shelter for women and children, but there's not a shelter where families can stay together. And so 12 years ago, some community leaders looked around and said, hey, we got to do something about that. And so they started a family shelter here. We started off in just one little, speaking of real estate, little single family home on West 2nd Street. And then over the next 7 years grew to shelter 7 families. And then last summer, we expanded through this capital campaign in partnership with our realtor friends and some others. And built a new shelter that serves up to 12 families at a time. And then we also do daycare and preschool for young children impacted by homelessness in a mixed income cohort.
Yeah, that's great. So you're serving quite a large population. And how long do families generally stay here?
Generally, they stay about 3 months, something like that. A little less, a little more, depending on what's going on. But most of the time, people are in and out pretty quickly.
All right. And so you talked about your the campaign to build your new spot here. Do you have any other ways that people could get involved? Do you have other events coming up? Are there things that people can volunteer for or donations that would be good for you guys?
Yes, all of the above. So we have a super fun event coming up. It's called Hope for the Holidays.
Yes, we're participating in that, by
Yay!
the way. Yes.
So Hope for the Holidays is a Christmas tree extravaganza and auction.
Yes.
And so it will be November 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Okay.
November. And you still need tree donations.
I think are accepting tree donations through the end of this week. Yeah.
Okay.
So if people want to donate a fully decorated tree, they should reach out. If you check on the website, newhope4families.org, there'll be a registration form there.
Okay.
But that's a super fun event. It's 50 or 60 fully decorated Christmas trees with all kinds of cool swag, and it's a fun way to kind of kick off the holidays.
Yeah.
It's a free event. It's family friendly. And then on that Thursday, the trees will be up for auction.
And then as far as other ways to donate time, money, things, what are you guys looking for?
Absolutely. So of course, people can always make monetary donations, and that's easily done on the website as well. New Hope, 4families.org.
Okay.
And then right now, this time of year, we're always looking for over-the-counter medications. So our families can buy a lot of things with their SNAP benefits, which most people call food stamps. But you can't, anything that you buy at the grocery store that isn't food is something we could use here. So things like Ziploc bags, for example. But right now, this time of year in particular, cough and cold medicine for children and for adults, pain relievers, that kind of stuff as we move into cold and flu season.
Yeah, that makes sense, and something you wouldn't necessarily think about as a donation.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's, you go to the store and it's going to be $16 to buy the medicine to get you through your cold. Yeah. And that's true, regardless of whether you have the $16.
All right. So a few questions about just for you.
Okay.
Ask everybody. So what do you love about Bloomington? And I mean, in both ways, why does it work for you as a business? And personally, what do you love? Because I know you didn't grow up here, but you've been here a long, long time.
That's right. Yeah. What I love about Bloomington, I love there's always something to do. I love to hike. So I have a big dog, and we like to go hiking together. So I love that there are so many places where you can really quickly get back into the woods without going too far. I also think we have great food in Bloomington.
Yeah, that's a common theme. What are your favorite places to eat currently here? What do you like to? What's your go-to right now?
Gosh, okay, I love Hoosier Soul Food.
Oh yeah,
that Korean place over on West 3rd.
Yeah,
I think that's really good. The old favorites. I love an Upland.
Yeah.
But the Stromboli at Lenny's.
That's very, very good. Yes, that's one of my favorites too.
Mm-hmm.
We always ask, how much sleep do you need?
It's a pipe dream. It'll just make me sad.
Emily has 9-month-old twins.
I have 9-month-old twins.
so she probably gets about 4 hours, but really needs probably about 7 hours.
12, I don't know. And then for professionally, I say a lot, Amy, that the New Hope exists because our community allows us to exist, right? Nonprofits, all a nonprofit ever does, all a nonprofit ever can do is help a community reach goals that it already has for itself.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what people choose to fund.
Yeah.
And our community has a value that says we don't want families to sleep outside.
Yeah.
And so New Hope grew out of that, and we continue to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of our pact with the community is we hear and see that this is what you want. And so we're going to make sure that, to our knowledge, no family ever has to live in their car, sleep outdoors, or be separated from one another in order to be safe.
Yeah, and you would hope that, nobody wants to split up a family and no one wants to see a child sleeping outdoors. So hopefully that continues, that people feel that way and fund you. I know Bloomington can be hard for a nonprofit because we have a lot of nonprofits, which is a great thing, but there is, donor fatigue and the same group of people everybody comes after. But I do feel like everybody I talk to is really behind your guys' effort.
We feel really lucky. Yeah. And the truth is, having all those other nonprofits, it's great to have the partnerships and it's great to, it is, I talk to people in other communities and they say, gosh, I feel like I'm doing it all alone.
Yeah.
And I say, that's the thing we do not feel here.
No.
We know we've got friends at Hoosier Hills who are going to help, and friends at Middle Way, and friends at Community Kitchen and Beacon, and
Well, good. Well, thanks for all you do.
Absolutely.
And we love your shelter. Fun. And please come out and see the trees and donate, or if you reach out to me or to Emily and we can help you get hooked in whatever way you were willing to help.
All right.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.